Hey guys, so today I'm going to bring you a video on the capes. Basically I'm going to review and compare most of the capes. Basically I've just got all the capes that people use. So, Fire Cape, Max Cape, Comp Cape, Soul Wars Cape, Ava's Alerta, Zami Cape, well the Mage Cape in general, and the like. So I hope you guys enjoy this guys, so here we go. Right guys, so as you can see I've gathered most of the capes and things in my inventory. And I'm also wearing a stylish hat! This is from the circus, it's one of the low level rewards, but I thought, look, that looks cool. Gotta wear that on a video, look at that beast. Reminds me of a pirate hat slightly. Or maybe a cowboy hat, I don't know, but I wanted to wear it just because I wanted to. So, as you can see, I've got the Soul Wars Cape, Mage Cape, Fire Cape, Max Cape, Comp Cape, Spirit Cape, Audion Cloak, the Tukhar Cal, or the Rhino Cape, and the Alerta. So, first of all, if you think you want to range, generally the player's option is to use the Alerta. So its stats, as you can see, is pretty much just a ranged attack bonus of +5, and it's two tiny defense bonuses, which you're pretty much going to be negligible when you could put your armor on. So this is actually, I think it's slightly low if you don't have the Alerta. However, if you do know, you'll get the Alerta. Now, the other thing to mention about the Alerta is the fact it has a very great little trick up its sleeve. It'll save you from using bolts and it'll pick them up for you basically. So when you fire, it'll pick them up automatically and go back in your ammo slot. So this will save you a lot of bolts when in necks and things, or doing Armadillo, wherever you're ranging in fact. There's a few spots in the game where it can't pick them up from for no apparent reason, but that's why this is so great. And now, if I compare this to the Max Cape, if I put the Max Cape on, if I continue looking at range bonus, you can see it's the same, but obviously it's got other stats, which is why it's obviously so good. But the range attack bonus is the same, so you'd think, oh wow, why the hell would you use the Ava's Alerta? Hey, this has got prayer bonus too. Obviously I know a lot of people aren't maxed, but people still use Alerta over Max Cape, and for the simple reason that this picks up your bolts. Now you may think, oh, what's a few bolts gonna do to your cash stack? Well, bolts are quite expensive. Diamond bolts, I think, 2k each. So if you think you're not picking them up, and you use 1k bolts, that's 2 mil down the drain, and that's quite a lot. So it's a massive difference, and you don't want to wear Max Cape when you're ranging. You really need that pickup ability. Now, the other ability, the Alerta, it'll bring your steel arrows to your invent, but everyone turns that off because it's so annoying and it's pointless getting through steel arrows. But, however, if I go on I think the Cal's got, yeah, it's +3 ranged, so it's still decent, but it's not good. And obviously it doesn't pick them up, same as the Max Cape. I'm not sure, and obviously then we've got the Completionist Cape. Now the Completionist Cape wipes the floor with the stats and everything, and it also has the pickup ability because it has basically the ability of every cape in the game. And I'll go back into that more of that soon. So going on from ranging, so basically, well, first mention that basically if you've got Avas and no Comp Cape, wear Avas. If you've got Comp Cape, wear Comp Cape. And in general, it's going to be Comp Cape for everything, but Ava's Alerta is second best, and you want to wear Alerta otherwise. Then, if we go on to the Fire Cape, now the Fire Cape is pretty much the best stats in the game for any cape until the release of that Fight Kill. This is basically the cape that most people wear 100% of the time when in combat. You use this when you're meleeing, and that's pretty much what you do most of the time. So this cape also, if I turn it around, you can see this looks really good. It's the only animated cape, as long as you don't include the particles of the Dungeoneering cape and things. But as you can see, it's got some pretty damn stats. Actually, I'll compare it. If I compare it to the Max Cape, you can see basically that the Max Cape is just pretty much an improved Fire Cape. It's got the same defense, improved attack stats, and a bit more prayer. So that's pretty much. It's just the Max Cape is kind of an improvement. It does nothing special extra. This cape also does nothing special apart from the stats. So as you can see, it's got strength bonus plus a little attack bonus. So it's always in general a good combat cape to use. But now with the release of the Max Cape and the Comp Cape, these capes are the first ones better than a Fire Cape. And as you can see, the Comp Cape is massively better. It's got slightly more defense and massively more attack bonus and more strength. It's got when on Comp Cape release, it only had 4.5, but this is up to match the new cape, the Tukhar Cal, or the Rhino Cape. But so as you can see, the Comp Cape was pretty much made just to be the best cape in the game, and also the best looking. Well, it depends what you do with your Comp Cape to make it the best looking. But so in general, when you're meleeing, you want to use this or if you can manage to complete the fight kiln, which I know a lot of people have now. If I put these side by side here, you can see the fire cape bonuses there. Now this is literally an improvement to the fire cape, just like the max cape. However, it's a bit different in what it's improved. It's improved the defense just to the same as a comp cape. It's also improved the strength to the same as a completionist cape, but the attack bonuses are less. So as you can see, it's an extra 2 on all the attack bonuses of the fire cape. So it's quite obvious you want to use this over your fire cape, because pretty much it's exactly the same, just with better stats. Just the same things, but its stats are way better. So when meleeing, it's basically fire cape, kiln cape, max cape, then comp cape. However, kiln, if I compare this to the max cape again, you can see max cape's more attack bonus, less strength. This one's more strength, less attack bonus. This is quite a trade-off. But anyway, you're going to be using prayer, stick with the max cape, because that bonus is going to save you a lot of prayer pots. And prayer pots are quite expensive again now, I think. So now if we go onto the Soul Wars cape, now this cape has got some decent defense, and it's also got prayer. Now this cape has got the best prayer bonus. Wait, let's check it. I think the comp's the same. And the comp's been made slightly better to be the best, but yeah, not a lot of people have completionist cape. So this cape is a lot of people use this on Slayer instead of fire cape or the kiln cape, because just the simple fact it's going to save you a lot of prayer. That 12 prayer bonus is a lot. I know there's an exact figure for how many prayer points lower the rate of prayer point reduction from using prayers. I'm not sure what it is, but I know this will save you a lot of prayer pots. You'll really notice a difference if you started using this. I know I used to use it at TDs back in the day, and if using this over an alerter, you save so many prayer. You can last so many more kills. So that is the benefit of it. You will hit slightly less and less accurately. However, you're gonna last longer, and in the end, on a boss trip, this will probably save you kills. Also, if you're going to slay, use a lot of prayer pots to 99 and on slay tasks, and this will really help you last, especially dark beast tasks where you're there for a while. So if I compare this to the max cave, oh, I don't want to equip it. Compare. Oh, compare. Can't compare. Right, you see, this is this is better than the max cape in prayer. You see, they've got the red cape on the side, and so if you're looking to save prayer, but not bothered about your attack stats, this cape is actually better. However, really, if you do have a max cape and you're planning to get one, once you get one max cape, you probably should use these attack bonuses. Will save more time than you're going to save prayer. It's not going to be worth it to save the extra prayer, because this has got a 10 prayer bonus itself. So as for prayer, if you really do want to last with prayer and nothing else, you want to stick to the Soul Wars cape unless you've got the Completionist. And if I compare it to the Rhino cape, you can see this has got the same bonus as a max cape. No, what am I on about? I'm looking at the wrong side. I'm going stupid. Yeah, the Takar Kala is only 2 prayer, which is probably the same as a fire cape. Can't find where I'm looking. As you can, yeah, both prayer are the same. They're not good for prayer. If you want prayer, stick to this cape or the max cape or the Completionist. So now if I move on to Saradomin cape, if I equip this Mage attack bonus has been the best in the game since these kits were released, and that I think is 7 or 8 years without improving the Mage attack bonus. Now you'd think the Completionist kit beats everything else in everything. Completionist kit, it's exactly the same. For some reason they've been determined to not increase Mage attack bonus, and I don't know why, but these capes have always been the best. Now, as you can see, basically, unless you've got a Completionist cape, Saradomin cape's the best. So if I compare this to even just max cape is 5, this is 10. If you want a mage, wear a god cape. Now you get these in the wilderness, you have to go for the mage arena, and you go in that magical pool and you can pray to one of the statues and this cape. And you can either get Guthix, Zami or Sara. Zami looks the best, but I don't know why I got Sara actually, but Zami looks the best. So that's all there is to say about mage really. You want to wear this cape unless you can get the Completionist cape. And this cape's easy to get as well. Sorry, I can't reply to you right now, doing this vid. And so yeah, mage, and you want to wear that. Now another thing if I'm going to go on to the comp cape now and its uses. Now first off, I'll say you can edit the colours, and it's got particles. So if I right click it and click customize, you can see it comes up with a color window. Now this is the exact same window that comes up in Max Cape. I think these are glitched. As you can clearly see, it's clearly blue, but there it looks they look all four white. Don't know why, but that's the interface for customizing. Now it's got pretty much the main uses are from the RD Cape. So if I use my RD Cape, that's got the exact same uses there as the Completionist Cape. However, if I remove the Comp Cape, I think you have to remove it for some reason and click features. It also has teleport to the skeletal horror. Now, if you've done the second part of that Fur and Seek quest, you can kill the skeletal horror once a week, and this cape will give you one telly there. I think per week. It's only per recreation of it, so it is a useful telly if you want to go there. It's not often you do want to go there, but if you don't kill the skeletal horror, that's still a useful teleport. And that's pretty much the features. However, another thing to mention about this cape, it acts as a fire cape on ice strike worms, as do the fire cape, and the new cape got it added, because since it's a replacement for the fire cape, they wanted to add it to it. So this cape is pretty much, it is used for everything. There's not a single point in the game where you want to use another cape instead of this. So that is pretty much why Completionist Cape is the best. I'm sure everyone knows that. And its stats are stand out against anything. Now, a weird thing is that people were complaining about, when the fire cape was out, and not this kiln cape, the fire cape was 4 strength and the Completionist was 4.5. However, these got made equal, and a lot of people were expecting 8.5 strength from the Completionist cape, so it didn't happen. But as long as it matches it, I think people are happy. However, with the Max Cape and Completionist Cape, on the question and answer a couple of weeks ago, Mark said these were meant to be like cosmetic items, just something to show off with, and I didn't think that, really. Now I know these are used to show off with. You can edit them and run it, and basically it shows off that you got maxed. It shows off that you're maxed, and really, I kind of think they should be the best. Now, the way Mark said that means possibly one day they could be beaten, and I don't think I'd like that. No, I'm not saying that just because I've got the Completionist Cape. If I didn't have the Completionist Cape, I'd say the same. But they should be the best in the game because they're the hardest capes to get by a mile. And that's something to mention about this cape, Rhino Cape. The fact that this is pretty much on par with the Max Cape in stats and things. It's probably more useful than the Max Cape unless you want to save prey. And yeah, I mean, people were complaining that pretty much a lot of players can get the Kiln Cape, but not too many can get Max Cape because Max Cape is a lot longer to get, which is, to me, meh. It's quite weird, but I know the Kiln is quite challenging. It is a lot more challenging than the Fight Capes. And also another use of the Completionist Cape is it now acts as a Spirit Cape. If you see the Spirit Cape here and compare it, oh god, misclick or what. Spirit Cape's got pretty much no stats apart from a few defense, but the Spirit Cape, what it does, it's a dungeoneering award. I'm not sure on the exact cost of tokens. However, it reduces the amount a special skull from a unicorn uses. I think it's pretty much combat familiars only. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it also works on a unicorn, which is a healing familiar, which it doesn't work for the other healing familiars, I don't think. However, it wasn't too long ago that added this use to the Completionist Cape. Now, you can only use this on the Completionist Cape if you bought a Spirit Cape from Dungeoneering and used it on the Completionist Cape. Because the Completionist Cape's features are generally things you've had to do in the past to get the Completionist Cape. But the Spirit Cape, you don't have to buy to get the Completionist Cape. So what they did was enforce you to buy it and use it on the Completionist Cape to enable the feature. If I use the Spirit Cape on the Completionist Cape, it'll ask me if I want to remove it, which I can do if I like. So another cape that I haven't looked at yet is the RD Cape. Now this cape's got stab bonus. I don't know why they didn't add the same slash and crush. That was quite weird. And this is why this cape is so good for corp. Like back in the past, it was Fire Cape or RD Cape. That was the choice. And RD Cape had the 6 stab, and Fire Cape had the 4 strength. So that was basically the comparison. Do you go for strength or accuracy? Now, to me, it's a hard choice. It's all about DPS, but without testing, it's hard to tell. But with the new cape, if I compare it to the Rhino Cape, as you can see, this has got a massive boost to strength, double the strength, and it's also got a booster attack, and now this is almost as close as this. So basically, RD Cape at corp has become less useful to the other capes, and pretty much Ardy cape is not used anymore. However, unless you, if you can't do the kill cape, this cape is a great cape to have. I think the stats are the same on Ardy Cloak 3, which most players can complete. So there you go, guys. I hope you found this helpful. If you've got any more questions about the capes, please leave them in the comments because I don't want to miss anything out. Now, I know I didn't include skill capes, but their stats are not very good and are never used in any situation apart from unless you want to just fashion out. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.